Today I'm going to talk about the one Casio Beta I should have bought years ago. Let's get into it. Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. It's another one about
Casio!
Absolutely. And I'm going to show you two watches to start with. One, the A158 and the A168. Two beautiful budget beaters that get lauded all around the watch community with reviewers. The A158 is popular because, well, it's a steel version, well, I say steel, the
bracelet is,
of the iconic F91W, and the A168 is a sort of beefed up version than the previous, but with a very, very good backlight. Both watches are around £30, but there's always been one watch that is sort of fighting to get in amongst those two that I pretty much dismissed straight away. So last week I thought, what the heck? I bought one of these on Amazon. It was around £30, affiliate link in the description below, but after owning it now for a few days, it's really got me questioning why the heck I didn't buy this one sooner. So in today's show, I'm going to give you the review of this bad boy. I also gave this watch a proper torture test. Stick around to the end for that. And I'm going to see whether this watch today should be bought instead of the A158 and the A168. Also, don't forget at the end, the wife's first impressions of this watch. Are you budget beating Casio ready? Let's go. So ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the A163W, a watch that was first released in 2011, which is quite hard to believe because it absolutely reeks of the 1990s to me. Now I'm going to tell you straight away why I was put off buying this one, and it was simply because of the italic text. It not only looked out of place on a Casio screen, but the water resist text below looks more italic than the text above. Now I've got it in the resin. It's gold, and I love gold text on a Casio, and I actually quite like it now. This is quite a bold statement of a screen, isn't it, when you compare it to other Beta Casios? But one thing I didn't realize until I had it in the hands is the fact we have this resin bezel that protrudes out from the case that gives us an awesome step or slope at the top and at the bottom, and that transitions so well with the style of the case from top to bottom, blends with the contours of the polished case, and the polished case blend really well with this bracelet. When I say blend, I mean the lines. The case couldn't be more polished if it tried, and where the bracelet is all brushed, never looks brilliant. But anyway, this is a well thought out case, and it is definitely distinguishable from the other two watches I mentioned at the start of the show. So the watch's case is resin. It's 33mm left to right and 36 top to bottom, and I think this is going to have a lot of presence on many wrists. It's only 9.1mm thick, which means it will not only fit under a sleeve, it will also probably fit under a leotard sleeve.
Not that I've got one.
I'm pretty sure that this is the same bracelet as the A158s, and it is one of my favorites because it is the most comfortable in the budget Beta range. This thing is easily adjustable as long as you've got a cocktail stick or a spring bar tool you don't mind getting bent. Unlike many Casio Betas, it does seem as though the bracelet has been properly chosen to complement the contours of the case. It's not just been thrown together with the case because they've got a lot left over. Anyway, back to the screen, and you do notice pretty soon there are two blue blocks either side of the LCD screen. They look like a couple of loose Lego bricks from an Optimus Prime kit. I gotta get this thing. I can't say they work or they don't work. What I can say is I do love blues and reds and golds on a Casio screen. And even though for the life of me I can't understand why they've been put there, it looks cool, doesn't it? And talking of cool, look at the WR logo there on that bottom slope of the resin. Reminds me of the Airwolf logo, Knight Rider. Does resemble the WR on the F91W. And talking of the F91W, this watch has exactly the same module as it. Yeah, I can't hide it any longer. We got to talk about the backlight that, to be fair, is about as useful as a chocolate teapot or a bald man's comb. Anyway, so we got the same features as the F91 and the A158. We've got an alarm, stopwatch. We also have an option for 24 hours. Other than maybe a countdown timer, there's not really much more I want from a Casio Beta. The battery inside is going to last for 7 years. The accuracy of this £30 watch will be the same as is a certified chronometer Rolex, yeah, so it will only lose like 1 second a day. For a watch to have 2 references that this watch is water resistant on the front of it is a little ironic. Splash proof, shower proof, dishwashing proof, out in the rain proof, but no snorkeling.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
On my 6.5-inch wrist, and this watch really fits beautifully. I feel like it sits right in the middle between the A158 and the A168. With the extra angles to this case, this really is a blingy number, and I don't know why or how, but this Casio does an amazing job at looking very futuristic, but also very retro at the same time. Something Casio can just do like that. But wearing this watch and having it outdoors, looking at all the colors that I love to see in a Casio, I'm now kicking myself because I should have bought this watch sooner. I feel like it offers more than the A158. It definitely gives you more presence, and yes, it may not have the value in the electroluminescent light from the A168, but overall, out of the 3, this could be the best looker and a watch I think you need to own. And if you are obsessed of buying Casios at a very affordable level, well, you can't go too wrong with this one. Right, the moment of truth. Now listen, we all know that a polished resin case from Casio can get a little scuffed up over time, but how much roughing do we need to do to get a bit of scuffing? And you know what? I thought I'd give it a real test. So I took it on a family outing to the zoo. Yeah, that's me there. Me, the wife, and the 2 lovely kids on a family outing. And let me tell you, I gave it a good test beating. First of all, holding the pram, pushing it along in the very rough terrain. Can it withstand the vibrations? I went through difficult jungle leaves, and although the obstacle course was built for humans between the age of 6 and 11, I still gave it a good go. Also, we can't forget that this watch witnessed a few animals. There's a lovely giraffe. Oh, and a penguin. Who doesn't love to see a penguin on a watch review show? Anyway, at the end of the day, the ultimate test, seeing if it was waterproof. Yes, I gave myself a nice warm bubbly bath. Dismiss the baby bubbly bath toys. This is very serious. I didn't play with them at all, obviously. Anyway, after this huge test I gave it, still looks pretty brand new. Very happy with that. A163, I apologise I did not buy you sooner. So here it is, my wife's first impressions of the A163W. Haha! This isn't bad, this one. I like the case and I like the colours. And it doesn't really look like a kid's watch. Result! Thank you, wife. That makes me feel much better at the end of this show, because usually she gives my Casios a good slamming. This one gets a seal of approval. Yes, another Casio corner, and today's shot is from the Retro Dad. And how the heck can I not share this photo? This is obviously the Game Boy using its digital camera software, which I distinctly remember back in the day my friend had, and I was very jealous. But look at that, the F91W in all its glory came out around the same time as the Game Boy. Not only does that fill me with loads of retro loveliness, my friend, it also makes me feel darn old. But thanks for tagging me in. If you'd like to be on the next Casio corner, all you gotta do, find me on Instagram here and tag me in on one of your Casio posts. Because who knows? Next time, the star of the show could be you. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Remember, if you want a bit more of the Mad Watch Collector, click join. If you want some merch, click merch in the description. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, click this. This is superb. This is one of my best. I'm sure it is. Look at this. I've done so many, I've forgotten what I've done, but this one's got to be good. Go on, click it. Click it.